is the all-new Swift, the fourth generation of the Swift. Is it all new or not is something we'll answer in our review. But for now, what is important is that it's sitting on the same wheelbase of 2450 millimeters, and there's of course the new design. So that new design is what you want to take a look at. This has got these swept back headlights with that new L-shaped DRL. You see the turn blinkers down below. That's going to be a regular filament bulb. That's going to be a projector LED. That's your fog lamp. And you will see that there's not much garnish now on the grille. They have done this nice gloss black color, gloss black detailing as well. The detailing is very similar to some of its Nexa siblings, and that Suzuki logo is going to sit on top, and that is where you see the clamshell bonnet. Now the beauty is that character line is going to run all the way through. It's going to turn into the shoulder line for this vehicle, and then it's going to continue all the way back as well into the tail lights. And then these tail lights are going to give you this nice angular arrangement, and when you close the boot, it's essentially going to create two character lines even on the boot. So this is a very prominent line. I think it looks quite nice. Let me know what you think. It's going to continue having these blacked out pillars which give it that floating roof effect, and it's got a bluish tinge to it. You can see it on the camera right now. That bluish tinge looks really good with this. You're going to get these contrasting black ORVMs in that similar bluish black color. It's going to have those turn blinkers as well. And if you look at the wheels, these are going to be 15 inches short with 185 section tires. These are diamond cut wheels. The lower end variants are going to get 14 inches of course. So like I said, that line nicely goes all around the car, creating that wraparound effect. Now what has changed is that here you see the request sensor, but if you look at the back, the door handle is here. It's not in the C-pillar anymore as it used to be on the previous generation of the Swift. So that's going to be another change. You get this parcel shelf on the boot on the top end model. Now this is what I told you. These are the character lines which are sort of flowing in line with that seamless wraparound character line that they've created. You're going to get wash and wipe on the rear windows, and you will also see the camera right here. This is where the reversing camera is. You're also going to get these 4 reversing sensors. Quite a bit of crowd here. Anyway, so like I said, the wheelbase is going to remain the same. The height is slightly lesser. So is the ground clearance. I think it's at about 145 millimeters is what I believe. So this is what the exterior looks like. You've got a very basic looking antenna right on top. So that is the other bit. And now if we look at the cabin, so the cabin is going to have this new 9-inch screen, and then there's going to be a 4.2 multi-info display right inside. So you have these AC vents right here. It's got the climate control system on the top end variant, 9-inch screen like I said with 40 connected technologies. You also have this wireless charger right here. There's going to be a 12-volt charger here. There's going to be a USB-A port here, and right in between the two seats you're going to see a USB-A port and a USB-C port. So a total of 3 USB ports. Now in terms of the seating, you're going to see a nicely textured seat. There's that all black layout. Now if you want black and beige, that's going to come in the Desire. You're not going to get it here. And in terms of the instrumentation, you're going to get that tachometer. That's the only one that gets the bezel right there. And there's going to be a 4.2-inch full color MID, and right next to that is the speedometer. So this was the design and the interior for you. Now in terms of the fuel filler cap, it's huge. I mean, just check out the size of that fuel filler cap right there. You know, it's just big. It's huge. Anyway, so this is the exterior design of the vehicle. Let me know your thoughts on this. Now the other big deal is going to be under that hood, of course. So you get the 1.2 liter 3-cylinder engine now. So it's still an 1197cc engine like you had previously, but that was a 4-cylinder. This is the new Z family of engines, or Z family of engines. It's called the Z12E, and this engine is essentially going to give you about 80 PS of power, which is slightly low on power compared to the outgoing model. But what's important is that there is 10% fuel economy gain on the manual transmission, 14% fuel economy gain on the AMT. So internationally this engine comes with a CVT, but in India we are going to get the AMT, or the automated manual transmission. So you're getting a 25.75 kmpl claim on the AMT, and on the manual you're going to get a 24.8 kilometer claim. And in terms of the CO2, that engine has dropped by 12% on the CO2 emissions, so it's also going to be cleaner. Now, in terms of the acceleration, they are claiming a 10% better acceleration than before and a 3% better initial torque. Let me also open the door to give you a quick idea of what the rear seat space looks like. There's not going to be much of a change there, but you can get a visual representation of what it looks like in terms of the knee room, in terms of the headroom, etc. It's still a pretty low roof, and this is only going to be good for a kid or adults for just short journeys. Long distance journeys for adults might get a little cumbersome, but more on that when we do the full-fledged review of this vehicle. Now, the other big thing is that there are going to be 6 airbags, which is going to be standard across the range. 3-point seat belts are going to be standard across the range. You're also going to get hill hold assist, ESP, and in terms of the platform, it carries over the hardtech platform from the previous car with a lot of modifications, of course. But you are going to get 45% high strength steels, and out of which 20% is going to be ultra high strength steels. So that is the other big improvement. In the safety department, I showed you the all black interior. The wraparound effect continues. You even get that driver centric display right in the center. And the lower end variants are not going to get this 9-inch screen. It's going to be a slightly smaller screen. Now, in terms of the colors, there are going to be a total of 9 colors, including 2 dual tone variants, one of which you see here. Now, this shade that you see here is not exactly red. It's a bit orangish. It's called novel orange. And there's also going to be the luster blue. That is the communication color. In fact, these two are going to be the communication colors and the new colors for the new Swift. Let me know, what do you think about the car? And before I go, yeah, it's also going to have bigger cup holders, and that reversing camera that we saw is going to be a wide angle reversing camera. So what are your thoughts about this vehicle?